Revealed. The reason why Lisa always pays attention to Jungkook is finally revealed. In the South Korean entertainment world, there are not many names that are able to attract the attention of the global public as much as Lisa and Jungkook. Both of them are icons of the generation that have gone beyond the boundaries of the music industry and incarnated into a cultural phenomenon that is known almost all over the world. Because of that, every small movement, every expression, even every short moment involving the two of them often becomes an endless topic of discussion among fans. Lately, various fan communities have been curious again by a number of moments that are considered to show that Lisa has been seen paying attention to Jungkook in various public occasions. Although there is no official statement or evidence that shows a special relationship between them, various speculations continue to grow. Many fans began to wonder, is there a certain reason that makes Lisa's attention towards Jungkook so often in the spotlight? It all started from a number of recordings of award ceremonies and big concerts that were circulating again on social media. In those videos, some fans admitted that they found a moment when Lisa looked at Jungkook. For some people, it may just be a normal coincidence. But for fans who are used to paying attention to the smallest details, that moment becomes a discussion material that lasts for days or even weeks. This phenomenon is actually not a new thing in the world of K-pop. When two big stars are in one room, the camera will capture hundreds of different angles. From the thousands of seconds of existing recordings, the public often chooses a few specific seconds to be analyzed. As a result, a brief glance can turn into a topic of international discussion. But behind all these speculations, many observers of the entertainment industry have a much simpler view. According to them, one of the most reasonable reasons is because Jungkook is indeed known as one of the most prominent performers in his generation. When he performs on stage, it's hard for anyone not to notice him. Jungkook over the years has built a reputation as an artist who has stable vocal skills, strong choreography, and extraordinary stage charisma. Even among fellow idols, he is often referred to as a figure who is able to change the stage atmosphere just with his presence. It is not surprising that many other artists naturally pay attention to their appearance when they are on the same show. On the other hand, Lisa is also known as a perfectionist in the show world. As the main dancer who has gained international recognition, he often pays attention to small details in the performance of other artists. Many fans believe that the attention seen in some of these moments can be a form of professional appreciation from a performer to another performer. It's even more interesting because both Lisa and Jungkook both started their journey from a very young age. They spent their teenage years under the spotlight, facing tremendous industry pressure, and having to continue to grow in the midst of almost unreasonable public expectations. The similarity of the journey is what makes some fans feel that the two of them may have great mutual respect as fellow artists. This narrative is stronger as many fans begin to recall their various achievements over the past few years. Lisa succeeded in building a very strong global identity through her solo career and group activities. Meanwhile, Jungkook continues to break various international records and expand his influence as one of the most recognizable faces in the world music industry. When two figures with such a level of success are in the same environment, professional respect becomes something that is very possible. Many fans finally realize that the attention that they have always considered mysterious may not be that difficult to explain. However, social media has its own way of turning simple things into big events. Every time an old video reappears, a new discussion immediately pops up. There are those who try to analyze body language. There are those who compare facial expressions. And there are those who compile long theories based on pieces of moments that are actually very short. This phenomenon shows how big the influence of Lisa and Jungkook is in the public eye. They are not just singers. They have become a symbol that is able to attract the attention of millions of people through just one moment that lasts a few seconds. No wonder if every interaction, even unintentional, always provokes incredible curiosity. Interestingly, some fans who are more objective actually see this situation from a different point of view. They argue that the main reason Lisa seems to pay attention to Jungkook is probably because of the quality of the performance on stage. As an artist who is also very dedicated to her work, Lisa probably understands well how much effort is needed to produce a world-class performance. This kind of view is slowly starting to gain wider support. Many people are beginning to realize that appreciating one's abilities doesn't always have to be associated with the dramatic story behind the scenes. Sometimes, an artist pays attention to other artists because there is indeed a sense of admiration for the quality of the work displayed. But of course, the entertainment world will never be separated from the public's curiosity. It is precisely the curiosity that makes this industry continue to live and become a topic of conversation every day. As long as it does not go beyond the boundaries of privacy and remains based on the available facts, this kind of discussion will always be part of modern fan culture. In the end, the reason that is said to be finally exposed may not be a big secret as many people imagine. It could be that the answer is much simpler, but also more reasonable. Jungkook is an amazing performer who is able to attract the attention of anyone around him, while Lisa is an artist who appreciates quality and dedication in an appearance. The combination of these two factors is enough to explain why various moments that show Lisa paying attention to Jungkook continue to be a topic of conversation. Not because of hidden sensational facts, but because the public is witnessing two big stars who are both at the top of their industry. And maybe that's where the real attraction lies. In the midst of the glittering stage lights, the cheers of thousands of fans, and the overwhelming pressure of popularity, these two big names still manage to remind the world that respect for talent and hard work is something that is always interesting to watch. That is the reason why every moment involving Lisa and Jungkook is always able to provoke public curiosity, create a long conversation, and continue to live in the memory of fans around the world. The conversation about Lisa and Jungkook didn't stop there. More and more people are trying to find answers that they think are hidden behind various moments that have been considered normal. Every time an old video reappears on social media, millions of pairs of eyes seem to be focused on the same question. Why is Lisa's attention to Jungkook so often a topic that never loses its appeal? The answer may lie in the fact that both of them are not just popular artists. They are the representatives of the K-pop generation that successfully penetrated the global market in an unprecedented way. The names Lisa and Jungkook are no longer only recognized in South Korea or Asia, but have become part of the world's popular culture conversation. When two figures of that size are in the same space, public attention will automatically increase many times over. Many K-pop veteran fans remember how the two's journey started from a difficult point. Jungkook spent his youth practicing nonstop to pursue his dream of becoming a singer. At a very young age, he had to leave the comforts of an ordinary teenage life to live a busy and stressful schedule. Meanwhile, Lisa also left her hometown to pursue her dream in a foreign country. He must adapt to a completely different language, culture, and environment. The challenging journey made both of them known as hardworking figures. Many people believe that artists who have similar experiences tend to understand each other's struggles without needing many words. They know how it feels to stand on stage while bearing the expectations of millions of people. They understand the meaning of sacrifice that is not always seen by the camera. Because of that, some fans began to see various moments that have been the subject of speculation from a more emotional point of view. They no longer focus on sensational theories, but on the possibility of mutual respect born from a similar long journey. In a competitive world, such an honor is often far more valuable than anything else. Interestingly, a number of entertainment industry observers have also highlighted how top idols usually pay attention to the appearance of their colleagues when attending a big event. For the public, the award ceremony is a night full of luxury. But for artists, it is also an opportunity to see firsthand how other performers work on stage. Jungkook himself is known as a figure who often gets praise for his ability to maintain the quality of appearance in various situations. Whether performing in a stadium filled with tens of thousands of spectators or on a smaller television stage, the energy often remains consistent. That kind of charisma is what makes it difficult for many people to divert attention when he is performing. Not a few also argue that Jungkook's charm does not only come from his talent. There is something in him that makes many people feel curious. The humble demeanor that he often shows in front of the public creates an interesting contrast with his status as one of the world's biggest stars. When many global celebrities live behind an hard-to-reach image, Jungkook often shows a simple side that makes fans feel close to him. This factor is what, according to some analysts, makes Jungkook the center of attention on many occasions. When someone has a combination of extraordinary talent, high work ethic, and a personality that is favored by the public, the attention of those around him becomes something very natural. Meanwhile, Lisa also has similar characteristics. Behind the glamorous image that is often seen on stage, he is known as a disciplined person and focused on his work. Many industry colleagues have praised his professionalism. Therefore, when the public sees Lisa paying attention to someone's appearance, some people believe that it reflects an artist's point of view rather than anything else. But as usual, the internet has its own way of growing a story. In a matter of hours, a video clip of a few seconds can spread around the world. Comment after comment popped up. Theory after theory is built. Even sometimes a facial expression that lasts less than a second can be a topic of discussion for months. This phenomenon shows how strong the influence of fan culture is in the digital era. Everyone has the opportunity to become an analyst, narrator, even a spreader of their own theories. As a result, a simple moment can turn into a big story that continues to develop over time. Even so, there is one thing that seems to be agreed by many people. Despite the various speculations that have emerged, both Lisa and Jungkook have shown extraordinary dedication to their careers. The success they achieve is not just a result of luck, but the result of years of hard work that is often not seen by the public. Maybe that's the real reason why stories about them always attract attention. Not because of the unsolved mystery, but because both of them represent a dream that has been successfully realized through nonstop effort. When the public sees two such figures in one frame, they do not only see two celebrities. They see two life journeys full of struggle, sacrifice, and success. And until today, that curiosity does not seem to disappear. Every new appearance, every big event, and every moment involving Lisa and Jungkook is likely to return to the spotlight. Cameras will continue to record, fans will continue to pay attention, and social media will continue to search for meaning behind every little detail. In the midst of all that, one thing remains unchanged. Both Lisa and Jungkook have built such a big influence that their presence alone is enough to create news. And perhaps, that's exactly the reason why this story continues to live. Because when the world's two biggest stars are in the same spotlight, the public's curiosity never really ends.